Hello, I am Caleb from Caleb's Balloon Animals, and I'm making this response in a video posted by Cody Williams, which, by the way, Cody, we're all glad that you're back in the YouTube universe. You've been well missed. Alright? Anyways, he mentioned something about these qualatex pumps, right? He said that they were apparently changing their sizes. Which I thought about. This is my old one. I've had it forever. And this is a new one. We can clearly see that there's a different size, which is right. There's definitely a difference. Now, those of you who've been doing this for a while probably remember the old qualatex red pumps, right? You'll notice with these older ones that one pump did less than this, right? Well, now these are the same. The new one and the red pump are the same. Alright, so for a real fast lesson on qualatex pumps, they come in three sizes, well, three designs: big red, two-way, and mini piston. If you didn't know, mini piston is great for nothing. I would say 160s because you can put it on the end really fast, but it's too much faster to do math. Same way with these. By the time I can get the balloons on the nozzle, I've got it inflated. So, I don't use any pumps. But back to the different sizes. Old and new. Old, new. It's definitely a difference. New pump is a little bit more comfortable to hold. It's obviously longer. It's about another inch to 2 inches longer. I don't know if you guys can see this very well. These are lined up at the bottom. Alright. Definitely puts out more air. Alright, so we're going to take and we're going to see how many pumps it takes to fill up a balloon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 pumps. Like we all know it should with the qualatex two-way pump. Alright, now let's count with the new pump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so it's a little bit different than the red pump. This is 9. And then let's count with the red pump. Whoops. See, this is why I don't use pumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright? 8 pumps. So, the old one takes 14. The new one takes 9. This one takes 8. Right. So as we see, it's a little bit different. But it is definitely a different size here, guys. We need to be clear about that. The difference between however many this was, 9 and 14, it's a huge difference. Roughly, for every 1.5 pumps of this is 1 pump of this. Right? So if you have a new pump and you're just getting into balloons and you've been watching all of these old tutorials and you've been going by the number of pumps and it's not working for you, look at how many fingers it is, or look at the number of pumps here. Alright, so for every 1.5 pumps of this, it's 1 of these. Alright, so for 6, it would no longer be 6. It would be something like 4 pumps. Alright. Somewhere around there is a rough estimate just to get you on your way. As far as mouth inflating goes, there's 2 basic ways of mouth inflating, right? I'm going to go through a little bit of the differences with those. Alright, so there's 2 ways. You can just straight up inflate it. Right? I filled that up to about 3 fingers. I'm going to tie that off. Alright? And then I'm going to do one where I stretch it out. And it'll have the same amount of tail. Roughly. Well, it's kind of like the balloon. Alright, so what we'll notice here Is that all the same length of balloon? Well, that was a bad job. Hold on. That has a leak in it, so that will never work for the example I'm trying to make. Maybe we stretch. Alright. So, again, 2 to 3 fingers. What we end up with here is, if you can see it, I don't know how well you can see it. The balloon that I stretched is a bit longer and skinnier. Alright. And right back, mouth inflated by just filling it up. This one was stretched as I did it. You kind of see huge difference in length, right? That's a really useful difference to know. Alright, and we can stretch it even longer and all that stuff. That's important because if you're going to make something measuring your number of fingers, you need to make sure you're doing inflation method the same as them. If they use a pump, for a few times you do it, you use a pump. If they stretch it as they blow, you stretch it as you blow. Because if you don't, if I twist these into 4-finger segments, I get more out of this one than I do out of this one, even though they have the same amount of tail. Alright? I just thought I'd mention that to you guys because I've had a lot of questions on that in person. You know, most of the people who watch my videos don't even subscribe to me, but they talk to me around here where I am. So they ask me, and then I explain these things, but I figure those of you on YouTube should see them as well. But anyways, back to the reason for the video. We are very glad that Cody Williams is back. Alright, he's been well missed on YouTube. Glad to see he made it through alright. But definitely a difference in these pumps. Alright, I don't think it'll kill YouTube balloon tutorial videos. But I really think we should stop mentioning pumps, number of pumps, because some people have an old one, some people have a new one. I mean, we've already been having to specify 2-way pumps now that there's 2 different kinds of 2-way pumps. And the big red, and the mini piston pump. I think mentioning pump sizes is going to get confused. So, what I'm going to do in my videos is I'm just going to mention the tail that I leave on the balloons, and then hope you guys watch to see how I inflate them so that we are all on the same page. At least we're learning the designs. Like I said, once you've made the designs a few times, you're going to develop your own strategies, your own methods. The other thing about mouth inflating is that you do fill it up a lot faster. Okay, when you fill up the balloons a lot faster, a lot of times you need to burp them because you'll overstretch the latex there initially. So if you just little tiny burp, makes a whole lot of problems disappear. Using a pump is not a big deal. But alright, so I'm killed balloon animals. Yeah, there's a difference between the old ones and the new ones. I hadn't even thought of it. I've sold several of the new ones, not even realizing that there was a difference. So I'm going to be warning people as I sell them now. Okay. But yeah, there's a difference. Just be conscious of it. If you're just getting into the balloon world, well, hopefully you see this video and can learn from it. Alright? Peace.